All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking sad news again in the music world and doing it in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me. So, JD Souther has passed away at the age of 78. NBC News, nothing but crap, although they did report this fairly accurately. They said JD Souther, singer who co wrote Eagles classics like New Kid in Town, dies at 78. Now, if you just read the headline and move on, actually, I think this comes from Variety, but then was posted on the NBC website. So, J.D. Souther, the singer, songwriter, and actor who co wrote some of the biggest hits of the Eagles, like New Kid in Town and Best of My Love, and had a long solo career that included a top 10 hit called You're Only Lonely, which doesn't get a lot of airplay these days, died at the age of 78. No cause of death was given, but he was described by his representatives at Salters PR as dying peacefully at home in New Mexico. New Mexico would be the right place for J.D. Souther to live, by the way. He just epitomizes that region of the country. Now, this is interesting. Souther was about to go out for joint concert dates this fall with Carla Bonoff. Wow. Another veteran of the 70s Southern California singer songwriter scene. It's hard to talk when they structure a sentence like that. And had performed as recently as 5 days ago. So that's kind of weird, right? So either he didn't know he had just a few days left, or something very drastic and sudden happened. So they have a list of songs here. I'm going to go to my list here because their list is somewhat abbreviated compared to my list. So J.D. Souther, Last Good Time in Town. That's from the Long Road Out of the Walmart Checkout album. Also, How Long, which was the song that got the Eagles back on the map in 2007, was an old track they decided to recycle, and it sounds good. A great song. Should have been a hit for JD or for the Eagles back in the 70s. Anyway, Heartache Tonight, JD Souther, Best of My Love, New Kid in Town, Doolin Dalton, You'll Never Cry Like a Lover, James Dean, Victim of Love, Teenage Jail, The Sad Cafe. So then JD switched over to Don Henley when the Eagles broke up, and you've got Nobody's Business, Talking to the Moon, Man with a Mission, Little Tin God, If Dirt Were Dollars, and the incredible The Heart of the Matter, one of my favorite all-time songs. Just goosebumps every time I hear that song. Also, Her Town 2 with James Taylor, a great duet. Haven't heard that in a while, too. And yes, the aforementioned You're Only Lonely from the album of the same name. That album, by the way, was backed up with both Glenn Frey and Don Henley making appearances. And it was the only time that Glenn Frey wrote with J.D. Souther since their time in a band that many people have forgotten about called Long Branch Penny Whistle from the late 1960s, a band that featured both Glenn Frey and J.D. Souther. And then there was something else that got forgotten about here. The Souther Hillman Furay Band. Holy crap, Batman. Talk about a supergroup. Chris Hillman from the Byrds and the Flying Burrito Brothers, and Richie Furay from both Poco and Buffalo Springfield. J.D. Souther was the architect. He was the architect of the Southern California rock sound of the 70s, and at times considered almost like an extra member of the Eagles. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family and all of the fans of this incredible musician and songwriter who has passed to the other side and has left us with just so much amazing music. God bless J.D. Souther, and that's it.